Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Creative Concept Crafts with another super little design this week, which is our butterfly rocker card. It's nice and easy to do. We're going to actually do two versions of it. We're going to do the butterfly and then we're also going to do one with a poinsettia. So we're going to start off, I've cut all the pieces out as I usually have. I've got all the pieces burnished, ready to go. So we're going to start off with the concertina, which we need to glue and allow it to dry before we can move much further. But we've got all the butterfly pieces here as well. It's very easy to put together. So there's four butterflies of different sizes. The two circles, one of them is the rocker, and this is the rosette. So I've already concertinaed one piece, and the easiest way I find is just to, there's fold lines on the piece for you to follow, and I find it easier just to flip backwards and forwards and fold over on the fold line. I'm just speeding this up here because you're just repeating the same thing. And then you're looking for the two ways, an up and a down. So that just needs flipping over. So you glue in the two pieces, one facing up the way, one facing down. And it's just ordinary cardstock. Is this just a lightweight? It's actually paper of about, I don't know, maybe about 100 gram. And I'm just using an ordinary PVA glue just to glue those two pieces together. And then just concertina the pieces back again because you have to flatten it down a bit. So it's just a matter of flipping back and concertina and just give it a push again. And then we have to do exactly the same thing on the other end. Again, you've got an up and a down, and we're going to glue those together. Okay, so repeating exactly the same thing again. Just PVA glue on one of the folds and double up over the top of the other side. So you've got a continuous zigzag. I'm just going to put that to one side now to allow that to dry. If we tried to do it at the minute, it'd probably separate the seam. So we're on to the card base itself, and I've already burnished the score line on the rocker, and that's the piece that's going to go over the top. So I'm going to glue half of the rocker. So I'm going around all the edges, and again there's not a lot of glue going on here. That's a very, very fine nozzle that I use, and less is more with glue. If you overdo it, you'll end up with wavy card. This is again my linen cardstock, which I favour a lot when I'm doing my projects. It's about 170 grams, I think, somewhere around there, and just burnish so that you get a good adherence with the glue. And also I'm just burnishing that the fold line down as well. So there's your rocker. Now at this point I'm going to add two little supports. You could use one in the centre, but because it's a rocker, I'm going to add one at each side. So you fold in the little pieces, which again are pre-scored for you, into a W shape. And I've put a little bit of red liner tape on. I'm just going for a little bit stronger. Again, because it's being used and probably will be rocked, I've used the red liner tape for a little bit more strength. So I'm putting one on one side, and I'll put the other piece at the opposite side. So rather than a central piece, I've just gone for each way to accommodate the rock. So roughly lining them up. And then I'm burnishing down. Always with the red liner tape, you need to get the air out. So if you burnish it down once you've stuck it to wherever it's going, then you make sure it's not going to go anywhere. So just pop those down and fold over, and there's the rocker card completed. Okay, so all we need now is our finish off the rosette. To do this, just push it down in the middle and at the same time just sort of open it out at the sides. And then you'll need something on top just to hold it. There's 2 circles, one's going to go on the front and one on the back, pushing it in as close as you can in the middle. So for this you need hot glue because you need something that's going to stick fairly quickly. So holding it, it's a bit fiddly, but I'm pushing it in with one hand and holding it in with the other one. And then just hold it just for a second, just till that hot glue grips. Flip it over onto the other side. And I'm going to do exactly the same here. A little bit of hot glue on the other circle so that you've got it sandwiched, the rosette sandwiched between the 2 circles, so that's not going to go anywhere. Again, just holding it for a couple of seconds just to make sure that it's glued. I love rosettes on cards. I really think they are super. So now we're just going to add that to the card. Again, the circle is going to be used for gluing the hot glue in the centre of that, and then centre it on the card and just pop it down. Okay. I just think they're so pretty. You can use pattern papers or anything as well for rosettes. They look great. Okay, so now we've got the butterfly cut out. And again, just put in a little bit of glue in the centre of the butterfly body. Just made sure there that I got the butterfly the right way up for the rocker. Now you don't have to have this butterfly vertical. You could have it off an angle at one side. This one I decided to put square up, but you could have it off at an angle. There we go. And the other body pieces will cover up the circle in the middle. So don't worry about it. I know it's showing at the minute, but it won't be once we get a bit further in. I'm just curling the butterfly wings up. And again, just a little dot of glue in the body part of the butterfly. I love butterflies. I don't know about you. So pretty. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I've used a combination of the linen card, glitter card, and the last one I'm going to put on is an iridescent metallic card, which is really pretty as well. Can't remember where I got it, but it's really, really pretty. It's one of the pieces that comes out on high days and holidays, you know, the ones you save. This is the piece here. And basically, that's as simple as this design is. Doesn't that look pretty? Colour-wise, I mean, for butterflies, you can use anything. The one up at the front, I'd used a rainbow cardstock. I actually printed that out on photographic paper, but then for the rosette, I do only use paper. I don't use cardstock because of it. It's folded every 1/2 inch. I'm just adding a sentiment at the top here. And that's that card completed. You could personalise it and put a name on if you wanted to, but that one I'm going to leave as it is for the minute and bring in the poinsettia version. Now, I've already gone quite a way down the road. Again, I've cut all the pieces out. I've added the supports inside like we did on the butterfly, so I don't need to go over that part with you again. The rosette I've completed, and it printed out on paper, it was a little bit dull. It wasn't quite as bright as if you're printing out on photographic paper. So what I did, I've just glittered round the edge, and I've actually glittered down the seam, the outward seam of all of the concertina. And I think it looks really, really pretty. It's subtle, but it's still there. So again, I'm just adding glue to the centre, hot glue to the centre of all these pieces. This is the poinsettia, and for those of you who've got my Poinsettia flowers, I'm now going to be adding, after I've added this piece here, I'm just lining it up so it matches to the scallop on the outside of the card. This is the largest of the poinsettia flowers. And again, it's something I had in my stash, and I thought, you know, I'll bet that'll look really nice in the centre of the rocker, and hence why you've got the two files in the one again. And I'm just going to finish this off with one or two leaves. Again, I had them hanging in the stash, probably when I did the videos for the poinsettia. So, great way of using them up. As always, I never stay within the card. I always end up going beyond it. But this design will fit perfectly into the 6x6 box. So if you've already got that box, this one fits perfectly in there. Now, I have actually personalised this since doing the video. I've actually done it for my other half for Christmas. So you'll see that in the photographs at the end, but that's the file for now. Hope you've enjoyed it.